Welcome to another scene. Chronicles of Darkness. Vampire Requiem. Requiem for London. Tonight, we set the scene with Alycat on her way to a meeting with her grandsire. Who has expressed concerns that she is not living up to her potential or responsibilities. Alycat, you arrive at the park on the edge of Waltham Forest, the very edge of the domain. Large, plain and empty. Of little to make it stand out other than a small playground, some meandering paths, and a small lake that has largely dried up. Sitting on a bench that oversees the eastern, that sits on the east side of the lake and oversees it, is your grandsire.
Yeah. Ally would have parked her bike somewhere, not in the immediate area because she has a feeling that, someone so in tune with nature wouldn't necessarily like a very stinky bike. She did bring Pitbull this time, it's time for a ride. She walks from her bike to this playground area thing. She'll light up, the usual, the cigarette, and walks over to her grandsire. So, here I am. Hi.
She halts her viewing of the stars to look at you, given that you're quite far outside of the city, or quite far away from the lights of the city. Stars are quite a bit brighter here. She will look at you. With a somewhat the gaze that is both blank yet piercing. She'll say, "Good evening, Ally. Would you like to take a seat?" She shifts over slightly.
Ally has a feeling that that's not necessarily a question. More an almost command, so yeah, she'll take the seat. yeah. She's basically waiting. Doesn't quite know what to expect. Eh.
Despite the turning of spring, the nights remain long and cold. That's always how it's been here. Although I find in this place, as we meet the boundary of the city, you can see the sky begin to turn slightly faster. Maybe it's just the fact that we can see the stars. Or maybe it is the powers at play within London.
Yeah, guess.
Have you ever noticed how the nights are so long in London?
Haven't particularly paid attention to it.
An old ritual performed a very long time ago.
Oh.
A very dark, bloody ritual. A lot of dead models to ensure our prosperity. How is your magic becoming along?
I've yeah, I use it. What I know, it comes in handy. I use it quite often, to be honest.
But have you mastered any more? Always.
Uh, yeah. Well, my focus has mainly been on other things. So I guess not really, no.
What are those focuses exactly?
Well, I've been setting up a PA agency together with friends.
Mm. You need to start showing more initiative for the crown, Alycat.
I mean, I'm here when you need me. Weren't we like supposed to be the defenders? I've worked pretty damn hard on, becoming more sturdy, becoming a better fighter. Wasn't that our thing, our stick?
We're not just muscle, we're not thugs.
I mean, that seemed to have been the main reason why you needed me.
I don't need you because you're strong. If I just wanted muscle, I'd drag the nearest Deva off the street. One of only two things that they're actually good for. I choose you because you're my grandchild, Alycat. That may not mean a lot to you, but it means something to me.
I mean, sure, if you say so.
Those that rest above me have been challenging my choice of friends and family as of late.
I mean, I'm quite sure you and Sadie can be, capable of finding something better.
They don't think you're loyal to the circle, Alycat.
I think I've proven my loyalty to my family.
It's not me you need to prove yourself to. I've always believed in you, and I still do.
Ali was really about to say like a very snarky comment on that, but she bites her lip, lights up another cigarette.
If I didn't, do you think I'd be telling you this?
I mean, yes, yes, you would. You don't want to see your fucking family fail. I have nothing to do with that.
You're right, I don't want to see my family fail. And if I thought you were the reason, I would have removed you from it.
Ali actually can't say anything against that. So, she just hums and draws from her cigarette. So, what do I need to do? Who do I need to kill?
Have you heard of this shadow, this corruption taking place in the boroughs west of us?
Uh,
Shadows following people around. Crime spiraling into, well, more crime.
I don't think I have. It's kind of strange.
The Baron of these territories is a noted member of the circle. She reached out to us for help.
So, you want me to find whoever does it and kill them?
I want the assaults upon our domains to stop.
You know, that's just a nice way of saying the same thing.
The Queen's taken notice of the situation and wants the Crown to handle it internally. She wants us to take charge of the situation and for me to do so personally. At the risk of angering the sheriff.
Why? Because he's not doing his job?
She is not doing her job.
Oh, sorry, she.
I believe they're investigating. But they are sanctified and for all the Queen's kind words, I believe she still holds some resentments regarding the church. And I suppose this would be a way to show her up. Show up as sanctified. Without shedding any bloodshed or breaking any laws.
And this kind of has to be like a crone only thing or a family only thing, or you don't care as long as it gets solved?
I'd like to take you with me to investigate and enforce our laws.
Oh, this is a family thing. Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
When I was asked who I would bring with me to assist in this matter, they were quite surprised when I gave your name.
I mean, yeah, well, I was at first too, but when I was about to say that, I realized why. So, yeah, no, I'm cool with it. I'll come along. I just send a text to, the guys. Just let them know I'm busy today or tonight, and can't really do anything else.
I'm sorry to be the bearer of yet more bad news.
What?
Oh, sorry, Alycat.
Yeah?
She just apologized for being the bearer of yet more bad news.
I mean, Ali was like, wait, there's more?
No, I just was trying to apologize for constantly saddling you with more problems.
I mean, it's okay. That's what you got a grandchild for, isn't it? At least, right? So she takes out her cell phone and starts typing to Ben and that name. Shit. No, I'm blanking. God, why am I blanking? Let me see. Audrey. Fuck me. I don't know why I lost that name. Sense. She just starts sending him a text that basically says, "Hey guys, I'm running some own business night. If I don't turn, I'm an bother." Ex Ally. All honesty, she believes that's why her grandsire's taking her. You know, you're not gonna uh, risk your precious child, of course, because she's special. So you can easily risk a grandchild that's not special. She's not saying that, but yeah. She'll put the cell phone away and stretches and says, "Yeah, okay, good to go. So where to go, what to do?"
First, we have to locate the source of whatever this domain-wide malfeasance is. It is difficult for me to find a word that adequately describes what has been defined to me. I believe it may be some kind of sorcery that is affecting the larger borough of Enfield. Which would imply either a kindred of some power or the workings of a choir.
Workings of what?
Seems to be implying that it may be of a crone. As or those affiliated with the crone, as members of crone laity are often referred to as choristers.
Oh. So, why would one of us do such a thing? What exactly is happening?
Why don't we go to Enfield and see for ourselves? I only know what I've been told.
Okay. Wanna, I don't know, take a cab or something, or
Why would I take a cab?
uh, I mean, you're gonna fly there, aren't you?
Can you not?
No.
She looks at you with a mixture of confusion and disappointment.
Ali, kind of shrugs. You fly there, give me the address, I'll be there as soon as I can.
Very well. She'll give you a street name. It's on the southern end of Anfield. Sort of downtown shopping area. One of the main roads.
And how it's connected to drug trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any examples of anything of being able to connect it to drug trafficking? Or is it just more drug sales?
Well...
Yeah, Ali will,
I did say drug sales. I said drug trafficking and drug sales,
bike,
just to be clear.
And,
MCD had an open case on that.
We'll head there as fast as you can.
That's what...
Yes, you'll take your bike. The grandsire flies. Takes the form of a large sparrowhawk. Flies above you. You can see her quite clearly in the sky, hovering over you as you ride your bike.
Yeah, Ellie's kind of grumbling to herself, like, seriously, what do you expect from me to be like, as well as the fucking queen in one day? Jesus. But yeah, no, she'll go there ASAP. She will kind of like, ignore any kind of traffic signs or things like that, and to kind of make up for the fact that she doesn't have wings.
Your grandsire goes as the crow flies, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And much like much like hawks do, they keep an eye on you. It's when you begin to arrive into Enfield that you begin to feel a little bit strange. Can roll me your wits plus composure check.
Okay. Is that for perception?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, I'll ask anyway. Does my 8 again apply?
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Well, that was a rather abysmal roll, but I got one success.
You notice that as you drive by, as you begin to slow down perhaps a little bit, as you begin to turn into an off-road and find a place to park your bike. But the shadows of people walking down the road and even your own are at very uneven, illogical angles. They're slightly longer and thinner than they otherwise should be, and they're not really in a direction that is natural for the light that is on you. You're at the wrong angle. It's almost as if they're clinging to walls and, or looming over you or other people. And it is quite dark here. You've noticed that street lights are dim, flickering on and off. Shop lights are just non-functional. The stars are clouded over.
Would an intelligence occult check give me anything?
Yes. Can make an intelligence plus occult check.
Don't have a lot of dice for it, but we do have dice for it. See, I've been learning since I came to the throne. Or not. Oh, Ali has no clue what this is causing. Or what is causing this, I should say. Yeah, she'll park her bike and she would have left I should have said she would have left Pitbull in the forest there, the playground. She's like, hey, wait here for me, please. She definitely wasn't expecting to be sent on a mission.
Pitbull is asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Get off your bike. Begin walking down a road. Your grandsire perches just above you. On a roof nearby. You notice there's a significant amount of graffiti here.
Anything that makes sense to me?
You have cacophony savvy.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see the cat hidden within the graffiti. A symbol a symbol of a circle, then a snake dividing it, similar to the symbol of the circle of the crone, which is a circle covered in vines with a curved dagger in its center. But this is replacing the curved dagger as a snake and no vines. Looks like a generic piece of artwork, but you understand that this means this is crone territory, specifically that of the Sedites.
Yeah. I mean, that was a no-brainer. I'm gonna assume her grandsire knows of that, so she'll just kind of, point to the sign. Yeah, yeah, she'll just kind of starts to look around to see if she notices anything else. If there's any way to go that she, you know.
There's the main road. You're sort of in a little car park, small kind of car park for. Looks like it should be for like the staff of like a small shop. That's connected to the main road. But,
She'll start heading in that direction.
Make me wits plus investigation check.
It's
The grandsire does not leave the sparrowhawk form and seems to just sort of hover above you, above the roofs.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, this is going nowhere.
Okay. So, you don't really see anything other than these strange elongated shadows. You see the symptoms of whatever's wrong with this place, but you're not seeing a potential cause as you sort of explore the neighborhood. Using your distinguished kindred skills, powers over the blood to perhaps climb up a few rooftops, dart across the street.
Right, a few what did she see?
The elongated shadows and the breaking lighting.
They seem to just be around in the general area, or do they seem to actually follow Ellie?
It just seems to be in the general area. You didn't have this issue before. Before, when you were outside of the neighborhood, when you were outside of Enfield.
No, but I figured, like, you know, maybe when a kindred set foot in the domain, then whoop, shadows, you know.
Well, you seem to have crossed the threshold at some point. Probably when you entered Enfield.
Yeah, but they're not currently, like, you know, specifically following Ellie. They're just kind of moving around in the area.
Yeah. What you do see is in another alleyway. You notice it is particularly dark, with the shadows moving erratically and dysfunctionally in a way that may even be masquerade breaching if you were to walk too close. For mortal were to get too close to it. It's almost like shadow puppetry, but it looks too erratic to be. Well, there's no obvious pattern. There's no imagery. They're just shadows taking erratic forms, blinking from side to side, although they look humanoid. You can see the alleyway itself is very dark, though. You can't see to the end of it, even as a kindred.
Okay.
Seems to be a small network of side streets.
Question. Could I perhaps use Auspex 1 to basically try and sense basically where the most dangerous place in this area is?
Yeah, make a roll.
Never done this before. Ooh, I got this dot on my sheet for so long. It's empathy. I mean, it's still going to be an abysmal roll, but hey. This time, dice are kind. They are somewhat kind. 1 success. That allows me 1 question.
Allows you a single question. I believe even with multiple successes or +6 you only get 1 question.
Yeah. Well, the question is gonna be, in this neighbor or in this area, what is the most dangerous place? I have a feeling it's gonna, point towards that alleyway, but
Yeah, you sense wisps of darkness emerge from the alleyway, cloaking you in shadow so thick that even you can't see through it, and you're left with almost nothing at all. Your kindred senses barely penetrating the shadow, only giving you the dimmest view of your way out.
so yeah, she'll look at the alleyway, then look at her grandsire, then gestures with her head towards the alleyway, and she'll start walking into that direction. Yay! Unless grandsire's like, no, stop.
Right? Your grandsire will simply perch on the roof close to the shadowed alley. Where the shadows and the light seem to interact irrationally.
The
And
moment
simply gaze
the
silently.
yeah, I heard. The moment Ali actually steps into the shadows, because as you said, it was already very dark, and she wouldn't want to do this where, mortals could see her. But the moment that she actually gets into the shadows, she will use her protean to change her form.
Okay. So what are you spending blood for?
I mean, was like 1 blood point could, like,
1 blood point, I believe,
everything.
can manifest 1 or all of your changes.
Yeah, I'm
For
gonna
level 2
do
at
all of
least.
them.
Okay,
Yeah.
your changes were claws, quadrupedal, and
I'm looking them up.
feral senses.
Yeah. Yep, they're those.
Okay, well, the feral senses, you definitely smell the blood. Difficult to see in this darkness, but you can smell it almost as if you could see it. The thin splatters and stains on the wall and the floor. This has definitely been a hunting ground. No bodies though.
Interesting. Is there like a trail of blood?
No.
Huh?
It's dried and hasn't been taken from tonight. Or rather, this place hasn't been used tonight. You could imagine this place almost being like some sort of trap almost. As if mortals either investigate out of curiosity or are lured in and then trapped in shadow and can't find their way out.
So, with her senses, she's gonna assume that whoever has set this trap will come and check it tonight. Is there like a hiding spot or something?
Not that you can see. We can't see very far into the shadow. It's too dark. It's pitch. You can sort of see dimly into it. Your kindred senses are sharp enough that you can see into pitch darkness, just with great difficulty.
Hmm. Ellie's gonna take out her cell phone. And she's gonna try and turn on the flashlight of it. See if that like gives anything more.
It doesn't pierce the darkness at all. It's like looking into a void or smoke, almost.
Speaking of smoke, Allie will light another cigarette.
You do see briefly for a moment what you think is the apparition of something humanoid. The outline of someone walking through the darkness.
Was that enough that you could sense whether it has a predatory aura or not?
Yes, it does.
Oh, fuck me. She's still gonna light a cigarette, you know.
Okay. So you stand in front of the shadowed alleyway. As you light your cigarette, you find that the darkness juts forward abruptly, and you find yourself quickly ensconced in shadow. And you feel someone try to grab you violently.
Okay. Allie is going to... sorry, go on.
Their hands reach out of the shadow and pull you in.
Allie is going to let herself be pulled in, but at the same time, since she has her claws active, she's going to try and slash at whoever's trying to grab her.
Okay. Do you want to roll me your strength plus your brawl plus any vigor you have? You can spend blood to temporarily boost.
Okay. Yeah, I'll spend a blood point to just one to boost it.
That'll give you plus 2 dice to the check.
So that is 2, 3, 4. 3 is 5 and 4 is 9 and 2 is 11 dice. Wait, and the claws also give me a plus 1 dice, right?
They give you plus 1 damage.
Oh, right. Okay. Fucking hell.
What?
How? How? Seriously?
11 dice and no 8s. That's a 30% chance on every dice failing. Wow. That's incredible. Then, yeah, okay. Then you get violently pulled in.
Yep. Ow!
You feel
Roller
your
2.
hand twisted, your wrist twisted, and you sort of feel a pressure on your back as you're forced to the ground, and your arm is twisted behind you violently. Whereas if it was a mortal, they'd be in extreme pain. Less so for you. As you feel someone press against your back as you're pinned to the ground and say, "This place doesn't belong to you."
Sorry, you cut out for me in the middle of the sentence.
Oh. They say, "This place doesn't belong to you."
I think that Ali's Urge and Mask kind of together lash out and says, "It does so now. Fuck off." And she's gonna try and break free.
Okay, roll me your dice again.
Gonna spend another blood point.
Okay.
So it's the same amount of dice?
Currently being grappled.
Gonna?
You take a single point of damage, by the way.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Just bashing.
I'm gonna try Dice Roller 2 now, see if that's more friendly towards me. It is.
That is one more success than your assailant got. So you force, you take control of the grapple. What do you do?
Ali is going to say, "Fucking loose this shadow shit, or I'm gonna punch you. You're not gonna like it."
You hear them grunt as they struggle. It appears to be a feminine voice. As they say, "This domain is ours," and they're gonna try and continue to contest the grapple. Do you damage them anyway, or do you just keep it as it is?
If they're gonna resist, I'm gonna do damage, yes.
Okay, you do 2 damage to them. Roll me again.
I'm not gonna spend blood this time. Even though I was full, because I hunted like amazingly. I'm gonna, spare a little bit, just in case. That's another 4 successes.
Oh yeah, you take commanding control of the grapple and just slam them into the ground. Just repeatedly smash their head into the earth in the shadow. You can sort of see the outline of their form. A slim woman, shorter than you, but you can't really clearly see their face or their clothing.
Pods, I have a feeling. Oh boy.
But when you do that, when you smash their head into the ground, cracking their forehead open and crushing their wrists with your claws and rending their arms, the shadows will begin to recede, leaving only the writhing form of this woman who you are currently on top of. Her face pressed firmly against the concrete, wreathed in pain and splatters of blood. I'm going to
have a feeling I've seen that face before. Is that correct? Yeah, no. I don't know. Did I see that face? Did I see this person before?
I believe you have. I believe you know this person to be Alicia Hart.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Ellie is just gonna, hold her there. She's gonna presume her sire will come in.
She's watching over you.
It's...
Your Alicia is has isn't really able to move much.
Okay.
As she coughs lightly from the shock of the beating, she'll go, What are you doing here? This is my feeding ground.
My sire said there was some shit going on here. Or, sorry, my grandsire said there was some shit going on here.
Don't care what your fucking grandsire said. Get out of our domain.
There was some shit going on with the shadows, right? It was the entire point of investigating this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
The shadows have stopped acting so erratically now that they've returned to normal here. At least in this alleyway.
Yeah. Are you the one using these shadows?
Why should I tell you anything?
Because I'm sitting on top of you. I can bash your head in again. Or I can just take you and bring you to the queen, who's not really amused at all this shit. Neither am I, because I have to fucking do all this shit to prove that I'm... Doesn't matter. Point is, I'm done. So, you're gonna answer, or I'm gonna smash your head in some more.
She doesn't seem to comply until you actually do.
Okay.
Are you bluffing?
Well, she was, but she's also not gonna back down. So if she's gonna call her bluff, then yeah. Actually, yeah.
She just says, I'm not going to tell you shit.
She, would it be fair to say that Allie has a stake with her, given that they are going on this mission?
You never said you had one with you, so...
No,
I'm gonna
I
say
know.
no.
That's fair. Trying to find if I had them listed as, a fellow scary with me, but I don't think I have. So that's gonna need to be rectified. But yeah, no, in that case, she's gonna, bash her again. Does that mean I need to make a roll for it?
Roll me, strength plus intimidation as you smash her head into the ground.
Okay,
You hear her cry out in pain.
Strength, intimidation. Oh, I have adult in intimidation. Oh my god. I add my figure to that?
Yep.
Successes. Don't test me. So done. Bullshit. Our people. So done.
And then do you just smash her head into the ground when you say you're done?
Yeah.
At first, she remains a bit silent. It takes you 1, 2, 3 beatings until she begins to say anything other than murmur anything other than a cry of pain. Stop, please. Okay, I'll tell you. Please, just stop hurting me.
Amazing.
I didn't mean to make you angry. I just get flustered when people intrude upon my feeding ground. I don't have all that much.
Well, if you're gonna continue like this, you're gonna have even less. It's not because I say so, because frankly, well, you do you, boo. People have been noticing this shit and they wanted to stop, and well, to make sure that it stops. Are you gonna stop eating like this and just, do it regularly, like every normal, I wouldn't say normal, but
This is my normal. This is how I hunt. Little over-enthusiastic ghost hunters and mortals looking for trouble, and then I just take a quick bite. It's fine.
well, your over-enthusiasm, or well, your over-enthusiastic mortals, as said, they've been noticed, and it's problematic.
Want to make me a quick wits investigation roll?
Sure, let me do that. It's investigation with investigation. Successes.
Okay. You know this whole thing can't be entirely on her. I mean,
No.
she might have set this place up as a hunting ground, and she might have a role to play in all this, but you remember your grandsire said it might be the work of some choristers, so maybe it's a larger Sedite working. Or something akin to that.
Mm-hmm. So, Ali will, she won't let go of the threatening kind of stance, but she'll release a little bit of pressure. Say, so has anyone been breaching your shadow play thingy?
You might want to rephrase that question. I don't understand what you're trying to say.
Has anyone else been feeding here?
Oh, we feed everywhere throughout Enfield.
Who's we?
Me and my blood. My family, the Sedites. We just wanted some territory for ourselves.
Well, people don't like that very much. Where's the rest of your family?
Not here. There's some of us in Enfield, some of us in Haringey. We're not. The Valerians and the Wayne kin have most of the Crone territory. I don't. Why is it wrong for us to have some?
It's me. But hey.
That dismissive response seems to anger her, and she tries to break free, but you just retighten your grip. Let me go, I'm not doing anything wrong.
But you're also not being very helpful.
Yeah, well, what do you expect me to say? Rat on everyone?
That would be nice.
Didn't see this attitude at Elysium.
What do you want?
Well, what did you say?
Just to ask, what do you want? Besides the feeding grounds, because I get that.
I just want to feed. To be left alone. I don't even know why you're here. Are you working for the sheriff?
Oh no.
Then who are you working for?
Why would I give you any answers?
She tries to move her head so that she can see you properly.
Allie will, she'll hold her more tight and says, look, if you promise, for as far as that's anything worth, that you won't run away, I don't mind letting you go.
Yeah, sure, I promise.
Lying?
You might want to make a wit sympathy check.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's not my strong suit, but hey. Yeah. Guess she's not lying. Allie will, kind of half release her, like just let her grip a little, slink a little.
She'll begin to slink a bit.
Trying to run, I'm probably faster.
She heals her wounds a little bit. Picks herself up. How much have you released her by? I'm trying to picture it.
About half. Basically.
What does half mean? Like, how are you holding her?
Well, if she was kind of sitting on her back, she now, she's still gonna keep her arms, tightly, but, she's getting off her back.
She She tries to reach for a wall. She has trouble standing. She heals her wounds a little bit. You see the wounds on her legs and her arms clear up mostly, replaced with bruises.
Allie, in the meanwhile, is like, conflicted because she doesn't actually like doing this. So she's kind of waiting for her grandsire to be like, yep, I'm, stepping in. Allie at this point is like at the point of like, yeah, if this is actually their domain, why would I be bothered with it?
Roll me wits politics.
I have politics.
Okay,
Oh,
3
3
successes. You remember that your grandsire said the Baron reached out to have this issue dealt with. So clearly the Baron does not approve of any of this activity occurring, and you certainly don't recall the Sedites being granted in any territory. Individual kindred that align themselves with the Sedites might have territory. This is more akin to the Sedites taking legally what isn't theirs. Even if they may have a point. This domain is for the Barons to give out, not for the Crone to take. Or not for the Sedites to take. Who are, by extension, a part of the Crone.
So, Allie will, still kind of hold her arms and says, listen, I don't necessarily enjoy doing this. This is not, I don't care. I really don't care. But to solve this issue, and pretty much know that according to the laws of the city, you don't necessarily should be here. You fucking well know that.
Doesn't sound like anybody's problem but the Barons.
Yeah, and they're making it our problem. Look. Act all like, oh my god, it's not your problem, what the fuck are you doing here? But you know that they make it someone else's problem, right? Currently, unfortunately, come my problem as well. Oh, just cut the shit in another place. I know it sucks, right? Pretty damn sure we can find a way to, like, in the proper place. Everybody kind of agrees to in a way.
I didn't agree to shit. Now let me go.
Hell no. None of you gonna give me this attitude.
I haven't even done anything.
We gonna say, like, are we really gonna go into the you didn't do shit? I wasn't the one starting this fight. I can damn well finish it. You're just trying to save your sorry ass because you picked the wrong cat to fight with.
I don't even know why you're fighting me in the first place. Do you even live here?
It wasn't. You were pulling me in.
Don't you live with your girlfriend or something?
Fuck off. Said people have made it my problem. I'm gonna solve it. It's gonna be either with your help or with your head smashed into a wall.
Well, I guess it'll become your girlfriend's problem then.
Use you? She's gonna, basically knock her over and sit down on her again. The moment I'm actually trying to talk to you, you start giving me shit. It's the moment we stop being polite.
What, you mad? You start shit with us, and now you're afraid it'll come back on somebody else. It's not our problem. You're the one who started it.
No. Technically, I was just walking here.
I'm not bootlicking. Like you.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna get smashed in again.
Oof. How much damage do you want to do to her? There's not much she can do to resist you at this point.
I want to kill her, that's for sure.
You do or you don't?
I don't. Do not. I'm gonna kill her. If she gets torpid, that's fine with me.
So you smash her head into the ground multiple times. And you reopen every wound she just healed. As her arms and waist are just sort of torn open. And her face is red with blood and almost black with bruises. And she is reduced to a heaping wreck. As she just says, quivering, "Okay, I'm sorry, I'll give you whatever you want."
We fucking do this politely. Jesus.
I'm sorry, I'll be polite next time.
No, not the reputation I wanted. You know, Ali's just kind of sitting on top of her and just lighting a cigarette.
Yeah, I imagine you've just got like her hair pulled up and like a claw around her neck, just ready to cut off her head.
So the main issue is you don't have a fucking place to feed, right?
No, we were just trying to find a place to feed and enlighten the domain. That's all we wanted to do.
Ali will actually actively look for the fucking bird now.
The bird will hover on down.
Here's one. I will just say to the bird. Apparently they have a family. Apparently they don't have shit to feed on. Sucks. Can't they have a place? Just gonna ask the bird, like, she doesn't care.
Through animalism you can understand your grandsire. As she says, she must be part of a larger ritual. Ask her where its source is.
Hey. You. Pop. This Ally kind of, pats against her cheek with her free hand. Where's the source of your bloody ritual?
When you pat her, cheek, you see that she shakes, quite terrified of you.
Where's the source of your ritual?
I can't say. I'm not allowed.
Yes, you can. Bitch, wanna have my help at some point? Not. Right now, I just feel sorry for your asses. Shit needs to be solved. So we're gonna solve it, and then we're gonna solve it for you guys as well. Wow. Don't know how yet. Anyway. Oh, fucking tell me where the source of your ritual is.
Make me another strength intimidation.
Well, 7.
Okay. So you begin to press your claws against her neck and her chin. You begin to squeeze lightly. You can see that she begins to weep bloody tears, and she says, "Please stop. Please."
Gonna tell me.
Okay. There's an abandoned house just off Chestnuts Park and Penrith Road. There was no one there. It was simple. Just a few nights of chanting and everything was how we wanted it to be. Just bringing the world a little closer to set.
Yes. Oh, let's go for a walk. Come on.
No, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. I can't walk.
So hungry you can't walk. Fine.
It hurts. It hurts to move.
Like we'll just, hold her wrist out. It says, go.
No, I can't do that.
Oh, you can't. Come on. And Allie will just kind of, toss her over her shoulder.
Okay. You're going to be walking into an open street with a bloody body over your shoulder, so you know that would be a bad idea. It would be a masquerade
Yeah,
breach.
it's problematic. I know. I'm aware of that. I just realized it when I said I was like, yeah, okay, problem. Hmm. Also, probably can't let her go. Is there anything in this alleyway that can do for a steak?
Not really, no.
Allie's gonna look at the birds and say, "You didn't happen to have a steak on hand, would you?"
The bird simply shakes its head.
What am I gonna do with this one?
You will notice your grandsire turn back into her original form. That of a young woman with long red hair. Stocky but shorter than yourself. And you will see her grab Alicia by the hair.
It's gonna kill her. Allie will intervene.
She hasn't said anything yet, she hasn't done anything.
Oh, just saying.
She's just going to press her against the wall with her second hand to her throat. And we'll say, if you ever challenge the circle again, we will cut you from it and all of the Setites, you and your sire. Do you understand us? As you feel, you see her squeeze Alicia's neck, and she just closes her eyes and nods, weeping, as your sire just drops her. Your grandsire just drops her. Leaving nothing more than a bloodied, beaten kindred behind as you make your way to the ritual site.
As her grandsire is doing that, Allie will be scribbling her phone number on a paper and hands it to Alicia. She says, just kind of like as her grandsire is probably walking away, she's just gonna say, "Hey, I'll see if I can find a spot for you guys." Fucking don't. Well, right. You go. Call me.
Are you leaving that note for?
The Alicia? Is that her name?
Can make me I'm just going to give this to you for free, as you don't really need empathy to know this, but given what you've done to Alicia tonight, it's unlikely she's ever going to call you.
Yeah, oh yeah. But Allie is still gonna try and find a place for them to, have their own spots. Ellie is not necessarily the empathetic type, so and I figured with her dirge, her nature, and the fact that she has that bloodline or thingy where you can't back out of a physical challenge, that she's really tired of Kindred just in things. In general.
Well, you make your way to the ritual site, and well, by the time you get there, your sire's already torpid another kindred that was either watching over it or just happened to be present. She has them staked against a loose ceiling beam that appears to be dislodged. The house itself is in a grave state of disrepair, and you can see that it's been condemned. From a kindred point of view, whatever the Sedites had done here probably wouldn't last more than a few years before this place would be knocked down and rebuilt. From the perspective of an immortal, this is a very temporary solution to their feeding problem. But you can see your grandsire reaches out to you, reaches out to your bloodied hands of her own.
Li's first instinct is to draw them away, but she will not do so.
She is surprisingly gentle, despite being wreathed in blood and vitae. Let us unweave this and be done with this.
Does that work?
Terrible affair. She outlines to you the structure of this ritual, showing a surprising amount of expertise. The paradigm of a ritual itself, its structure, is very different from anything you've ever seen before. It definitely doesn't follow the structure of your ritual, the one you perform as part of your bloodline. The inherent logic of it appears to be quite different. Different language, different logic, different layout. There are some base similarities. But by and large, this ritual is very alien to you. And so your side suggests, rather than unweaving it, perhaps simply overriding it with a ritual of the weighing kin.
Ritual of the what?
That is the cult you belong to, Alycat.
Oh.
You should probably know that.
I probably should.
You see why the higher-ups are maybe questioning your loyalty now?
You know. Perhaps.
Your sire begins bleeding her own blood on the various markings on this building that have been put there by the Sedites.
appears to be some sort of black powder, almost like chalk, but black. She begins bleeding over it, mimicking the symbols, but writing over them with her blood. Before writing in the closest thing that could be considered the center of the building, before kneeling, slitting her wrists and bleeding at the center of the room. She seems to expect you to do the same.
Yeah, if Ellie gets that hint, she'll do it.
You walk around her and you kneel before her. And you take her hands as you begin to chant. To a lesser kindred, without knowledge of Karak, such actions would be meaningless, but you're a daughter of a Morrigan. And so, there is magic within your very blood. And you feel the source, the manifestation that was causing all of this darkness, this blackness, this chaos begin to recede, and you feel a certain sensation, power almost overtake you, a rush of emotions, as your blood and vitae mingle with your sire's, as it drips onto the floor, flooding across the building and pooling around you. And it's almost as if there is some sort of connection that forms between you and your grandsire, and this moment, flickers of thoughts and memories. You want to roll me wits plus blood potency plus 2.
Successes.
What you see in this moment are what appear to be memories, feelings from your grandsire. You can feel her regrets, her guilt, her sadness, flickers of anger at those that she pursued this night. You feel her anger at Alicia and the kindred she just found and staked to the wall. You see moments of that bloody conflict.
Are you not saying anything, or am I not
Oh.
hearing you?
Okay. My mic died, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I was
You
just
see,
like,
sorry, you you see flashes of insight from your sire, memories almost. You sense her guilt, her sadness, like a weight bearing down on you. Almost a sense of inadequacy when she is around you. You feel the flashes of anger, moments of her fight between the kindred she just staked to the wall, violently throwing them against the ceiling beam. Tearing off their arm and ripping open their torso as they sought to drive her from this place. You sense a fierce sense of protection, of protectiveness for yourself. You see her looking over you from the sky. You can sense the barest amount of restraint that was keeping her from diving down on Alicia and killing her for bloodying you. You sense her affection for you. You might even call it love, you're not sure. It sort of washes over you in the moment. And as your blood mingles with her, it's almost as if you can feel her embracing you. Like wings enfolding around you. Her forehead resting against yours. And when you emerge from your semi-conscious state, the strange manifestation that was plaguing Ungfield having vanished, you can see that she has enfolded you in her wings, and you feel a strange draft in your back, and when you turn you see that you too have grown wings. Enfolding her. Your blood covering each other's arms.
Ali is kind of confused at that. Like, she was very much convinced that her use was basically out of a dog. No, that just is their master's bidding. this just kind of feels different. She's actually not quite 100% sure how to react to this all. She's definitely surprised at the wings though, because what the fuck?
Yeah, you notice that the back of your shirt is torn as well as your jacket.
It's looking like, are they still actually on the ground?
Yeah, you sort of, to perform the ritual, you had to kneel and hold hands, letting the resonance that your grandsire had set up around the building center on you, and as you bled onto the ground, allow it to pull there, almost like forming a locus that would then release a great deal of power. Calling upon the power of many, many beings from beyond the void. You can see that life has actually sprouted here. You are not really sitting on a floor anymore. You're sitting in what appears to be almost a small field of flowers.
So, as you know, Allie doesn't really have anything smart to say at this. She'll just kind of says, neat trick, I think.
And you say that to her. You see that she hasn't actually come out of her own state yet.
Oh. Allie's gonna wait for a bit. To see if she comes out of that naturally, or if grandsire needs like a wake-up call or something.
You see as she chants, you can still see grass and weeds sprouting from the floorboards. But eventually she will come out of her stupor. Holding your hands very tightly. Her eyes sort of rolling back into place.
Allie will, kind of awkwardly wave. Hi. You're back.
I am.
So, wings.
Oh, what did you say?
She said cool wings.
I've had wings for quite a long time.
Well, I, really, Ellie's just gonna, kind of look behind her to see if still there or whether they've been gone or they are gone now.
You can feel whatever is causing you to manifest these wings, so long as your sire holds you, they remain. It's more like what's keeping them in place is a rush of emotions that's quite distracting. You can feel your sire's anxiety as she looks at your wings, although her expression is quite blank.
Is this bad?
It's a mixture of anxiety, but it's less about your wings, you feel. It's almost an anxiety about you as a person. It's like trying to approach somebody for the first time and learn how to speak with them. It's sort of like that. You can still sense a strong sense of protectiveness and affection for you. And you can still sense a sort of weight that rests upon her.
So, Ellie's really not sure how to react. So she's probably gonna let go unless her grandsire doesn't want her to.
You sense Murph isn't really sure how to react.
Well, that's both of us then. So Ellie is just gonna try and break the ice. It's like, you want a cigarette? I'm dying for smoke.
I've never smoked.
I mean, it's not like you can die from it anymore.
I suppose not.
I mean, well, this is awkward. Okay. I'm not really good with the feely stuff. So, I just felt a lot. From you. did you feel anything as she kind of gestures towards herself?
I am not sure.
Cool. Okay, so as Ali is kind of looking like I don't know what to say anymore either. So she's just gonna focus on the practical stuff. It's like, okay, so what do we do now?
Your Murph will it's going to act a little strange. Almost out of impulse. She will embrace you.
Right. Yeah, Ali will, kind of clumsily just does the pat on her grandsire's back, like she didn't see this coming at all. Are you okay?
As if to correct herself, she quite abruptly releases you.
Yeah, once she releases, Ali is definitely gonna grab a cigarette and finally light it.
Yosara quickly stands up. Pretty much her upper half is torn up about as torn up as yours are. After all, she also sprouted wings. And looks around. When she releases you, your wings begin to wither back into your body.
Aww. Likes being an alley bird. Secretly, Ali is definitely relieved. She was like, fuck, I didn't want to become a Hell's Angel, but here we are.
So she looks over the building, almost like she's trying to distract herself. As she looks over herself, and the fact that, well, at this point, considering she sprouted wings, is largely half naked, will just say, very matter-of-factly, we can't go back like this.
I mean, figure you could just fly back, bird shapey.
I could fly us both back if that is what you would like.
My bike is parked over there. I'm not gonna just leave it here.
You could get changed and pick it back up.
I mean, if I drive really fast, they won't see that, you know, I'm basically not wearing shit.
She looks at you blankly.
Fine. Back.
I will teach you how to take another shape. When you have retrieved your bike.
So, what's gonna happen with them? As she kind of gestures to the house.
I will collect them.
I just find them a place.
Another time.
I mean, yeah, but I just want to say, like, I get that what they did was wrong, but shit, I mean, gotta feed somewhere, right? Gotta find a place for themselves, and if the feeling they kind of need some help.
I will consider it later.
Fine, sorry, I brought it up, jeez.
She will sprout wings.
Ellie is not looking too happy and too sure about all this, but we'll just wait to see what's gonna happen.
Well, quite straightforwardly, she's just gonna pick you up and fly off into the sky.
Oh god.
I think that is a good place for us to end our scene.
Yes.
Thank you players for playing, thank you watchers for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Bye bye.